she came home.
Carlyle's lost an empire. You fall hard enough, you tend to be reminded of what truly matters. So, the end of the line. You ready for this?
Are you? Who will you be, without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlyle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlyle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlyle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlyle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
One more thing. According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture, so don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
And here we are with another round of Roulette Raceway between Foppr and Yannini. Joining me on the cast today is In4Fun. Welcome.
Hey Curry, hi everyone.
Yeah, welcome to everyone in chat as well. This is still first round of Roulette Raceway. We've got 3 more matches in the first round. And yeah, I hope it's gonna be a great match.
I think so too. 2 very good players with some history too. They were playing in the same group in the World Cup. I think they were playing in Roulette Rivals 4 in the console bracket. So they know each other very well.
Yeah.
And now back on Trilogy. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Yannini also won the previous Roulette Rivals 4 on PC. So that's another title that he owns right now.
Lots of titles for him, yeah.
But on the other side, Foppr also quite a good player.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. A real good veteran.
Yes. And yeah, first map is gonna be Dartmoor for the second time in the tournament. It's not Hokkaido. So we'll see. We'll see if Hokkaido actually ends up being the most picked map by RNG at the end.
Yeah, almost hard to believe we are not starting in Hokkaido, but they can still pick it later.
Yes, we can still see our Hokkaido. It's not banned, so yeah. I wonder if somebody would actually like pick it for the memes. Just when you're, I don't know, when you're 4-0 up or something, you just pick Hokkaido. If it hasn't been played yet.
Yeah, they can get away with it, for sure. For the memes.
All right, spin has arrived. Do you want to go ahead and read it out?
Sure, I can. Alexa Carlyle has to be drowned as the photographer. Interesting start.
All right, yeah, Dartmoor, one of the, I'd say one of the quickest maps in the entire trilogy.
I can confirm that. Yeah.
Just the one target and yeah, very few disguises and everything. And Foppr has already loaded in, while Yannini is still planning.
Yeah, it's a few valuable seconds lost compared to Foppr, but he will catch up very shortly because of the console and PC loading time differences, and now they are just 16 seconds apart.
Yeah. Roulette photographer does come up very often in Roulette. That is true.
But this time in particular, you cannot do the, what I would say usual, or at least I have done it in Roulette Tigers 4, the usual photographer strats, by getting the disguise immediately and get her in the office. So you would probably want to skip forward the time, which I think both of them have done now.
Yeah, by the looks of it, that's exactly what's happening.
What's interesting to me
Yannini's
is
compromised. Oh,
that's a crucial restart. I find it interesting that neither of them changed into the photographer disguise. Is that correct? Foppr is still in the suit,
yeah.
and now the clock is ticking for him because Alexa had started puking, and should be around a minute and a half until she stops it. Then you cannot do the drowning, of course, anymore.
Oh, he got spotted while changing disguises.
Wow.
I don't. Did he get spotted by Alexa Carlisle herself while she was
Yeah,
puking?
that's what happened.
What
So
the hell?
he could hide the body. The whole animation was fine for Alexa, but not the disguise changes.
If someone steals the clothes of her personnel, that is strictly illegal.
So now both of them starting with 1 restarts. And of course you don't really expect that, so I'm sure both of them feel like they are on the back foot.
Yeah, definitely. Yannini has now secured Alexa Carlisle. She's on the way to the bathroom, and he got the first token as well. I don't think he has the other one yet. And in the meantime, Foppr picked up the photographer's disguise now, instantly, basically.
Interesting change of plans. So he will be a bit behind, but he can just make Alexa sick if his throw is fine. We'll see now. I think that hit. I think that's very good for Foppr.
Yes, and actually Yannini already has both tokens, so the case file objective is completed for him. He just needs the kill on Alexa now.
And this is the big question for him as well. Can he get the disguise in time? And get back to Alexa while she's puking.
Alright, Foppr now is in the animation and has gotten the kill on Alexa.
And for Yannini, Alexa has finished her sick animation. So, and target lockdown, because she found the body, and that's probably a restart, yeah. And Foppr is missing the dark shot on the bodyguard.
Stuck in the door.
He has 1 more calmer shot, but 2 more tokens to get. Oh boy.
Yeah, and I think he's attracting guards from outside, yeah. He's not...
because the door was closed. Oh. Yeah. At least he's not trespassing outside.
Yeah.
But with 1 calmer shot, second half of the roulette spin may be worth it to just go for the case file. Really hard to tell. Risk and reward, of course.
Yeah, I mean, case file is definitely, I'd say, the safer option in this situation if you don't have the darts to spare. But it does take quite a bit longer than the tokens.
That's definitely the issue, and Foppr doesn't have enough commerce, so it's going to be a lot riskier.
Foppr got spotted while
And now
trespassing.
he's red. Still no finishers in this Dartmoor spin.
Which is actually, I'd say, quite unusual for a Dartmoor spin. At least at the end of RR4. Like, as soon as you like restarted once, I guess, in Dartmoor, depending on who you were up against, you basically already lost. So yeah.
Yeah, chances are that someone out of the two players will finish it first try, which means a 2.5 to 3 minute spin. But it's been 6 minutes now, and both of them are at the beginning of their spin again. And I guess Yannini will start with the case file now, or he did a whole replan, as I see, maybe on the mini-map. I think Alexa is above him.
Yeah, he replanned for quite a bit there, I think. Yeah, he got rid of the... Yeah, he started Garden on ours, so he doesn't have the fast forward option anymore.
True.
So basically a complete new strategy from him here. Let's see how it works out for him.
This strategy could also work because, of course, there are... But at least there is one toilet on this floor because it's Alexa's quarter, and she also has a bathroom here.
Yes.
But which way will he go? Foppr is doing the same kill. I think that worked perfectly for him. The kill is done in a 1.5 minutes, but you need to keep your calmer shots for the 2 tokens.
Yeah.
And Yanni will have a tough time trying to get the emetic device below Alexa because of the enforcers.
Yes.
He gets into the bedroom.
Alright, this looks like a suitable location now, as long as he doesn't get spotted by the enforcer.
Ooh, Foppr's trying to get the lock on the bodyguard. I think that's gonna work nice. It's
Okay.
really close for Yannini.
Yes.
Right.
He has
Got
her
away with it.
a medic, though. He just needs photographer's disguise back and needs to get over there. In the meantime, Foppr has gotten the kill on Carlisle again. Now it just needs the tokens. And this time,
There's one.
yeah, he still has the seeker shot. As long as he doesn't miss this one now.
And I'd say the butler could be the easier one of the two if you can locate him, and there he is, just standing. If no one's looking at him, then that's all objectives completed for Foppr.
Just has to get out now.
Which exit is he going for, though? I think he's looking for the hearse.
Yeah.
Just need a key from the table,
Yes.
perhaps.
One of the most used exits, I guess.
Yeah, there we go. That's gonna be a finish. And just as Yannini is getting the kill done, and he's on the floor with the case file, just a tiny bit behind, Foppr takes the first map.
Some really unfortunate restarts here from both players on this spin. Yeah, but in the end, Foppr takes the first round. So that's gonna be a 2-0.
You really want to be quick in Dartmoor, but it's also possible to be too quick on Dartmoor, and especially if it's your first map and you didn't practice it for this match, and it will be challenging.
Yeah. Alright, Yannini, I'm not sure if he saw the ping on Discord yet, but I mean, he can still finish his run. He's almost through with it.
Yeah, going to be just the pickup and the drop and the hearse exit. It's like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So this was really a close map, or to start with. Of course, that's what we expect in Dartmoor, but still.
Yeah, so Yannini now gets the map pick. So he'll be the one to choose the next map. can choose all maps from the trilogy except for Haven, New York, Santa Fortuna, and Bangkok. Those have been banned. And obviously Dartmoor now, that has just been picked. And the next map is gonna be Colorado.
Wow.
First time Colorado in the tournament, is it?
Yeah. It's first of the long maps as well. I don't think we've ever been to Haven, Santa Fortuna, or Mumbai, so I think this is the longest map that we are on now.
A lot of those maps that you just named were banned in the future. Quite a lot.
Also true. It's hard to find them not banned.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a surprising pick by Yannini. Colorado is one of his strongest maps.
Yeah.
And we see if Foppr can catch up or catch up to Yannini in the map.
Yeah.
Knowledge, and Yannini can, of course, catch up in the points.
All right, let's take a short break and see what Colorado is all about.
Good morning, 47. We have a lead on the Shadow client. ICA White Hats have traced the anonymous data received by our clients to one Olivia Hall, brilliant young hacktivist and suspect in a dozen cases of cyber vandalism. Using onion routing with state-of-the-art encryption, Hall went to a lot of trouble to stay untraceable. She is good, but we are better. Her digital trail has led us to a remote farm in Colorado, where satellite footage has revealed what appears to be the training camp for a private militia, led by an already registered target, Sean Rose, Australian environmental terrorist and explosives expert wanted for a series of public bombings. Rose was spotted near the scene of Thomas Cross's kidnapping, which makes him our prime suspect for the Shadow client. Spurred by Eric Soders, the ICA Board of Directors has asked us to infiltrate the farm and eliminate Sean Rose, along with 3 other prominent militia members. Ezra Berg, retired Mossad interrogator, Penelope Graves, former Interpol anti-terror analyst, and finally Maya Parvati, former assassin and gunrunner for the Tamil Tigers. I'll be honest with you, 47. I consider Eric Soda's reasoning hasty and ill-advised. Now, we cannot go against the wishes of the board, but we can conduct our own investigation. Whether a direct threat to the ICA or not, we need to know the Shadow client's true agenda. I will leave you to prepare.
All right. We are back. Yeah, Colorado, second map now, starting in 18 seconds, 17. So yeah, let's see if Yannini can tie it up on Colorado or if Foppr takes the 4-0 lead here. And the spin is here already. Sean Rose has to be eliminated using a fall as a militia cook. Ezra Berg has to be eliminated in an explosion accident with the militia technician disguise. Penelope Graves needs to get shot with a loud sniper rifle as a militia soldier. And Maya Parvati needs to get a cleaver to the head in the militia spec ops disguise.
This spin has everything. The interesting accident for Sean Rose, which you can take several different ways. One loud accident for Ezra, loud ballistics for Penelope, and well, okay, one cleaver is Maya. For Maya is not the most exciting, but I think in general it's a really spicy spin.
Yeah, definitely. It'd be interesting to see for sure.
At least the only thing you have to bring in is the loud sniper, so you don't need any other weapons, silenced or loud. So your loadout is fairly generous. It's not as restrictive as for other spins.
Yeah, I mean, I think the explosion accident definitely benefits from having, like, I don't know, either a taser or a pistol to detonate it with. But of
That's
course,
for
can
sure,
can also be done without somehow. I think, I'm sure.
It all depends if Ezra wants to be the last kill, or I suppose you can also hide the two bodies in the basement, and then you can just explode him anytime. But yeah, in general, you don't want to make loud noises, because then the alarms go off and targets are being locked down. Just a tough chain reaction.
Yeah. Yannini was already loading in, had Sean Rose downed, but is now replanning.
You need the lockpick, right? I think he
Yeah.
just wants to get down to the basement.
Yes, and now Foppr is loaded in as well. Both doing almost exactly the same thing at the same time.
Yeah.
Both were taking out Sean Rose.
This map has two meta strategies at the start, I'd say so, and both of them are doing the hacker start and isolating Sean, then Ezra, then Penelope, and Maya whenever. The other one is starting on the West Bridge in the suit, and you lose Sean that way, but your loadout is you can bring a briefcase, is what I'm saying. It's easier on loadout.
Yeah. Foppr is red now. I don't quite know why, but Yannini is also red. He just got, I think he got spotted while throwing or something.
So Fopper's only KO'd the bodyguard and Sean, and I can't remember the path. It would make sense if the bodyguard would be the first KO'd person and Sean the second.
Yeah.
Then Sean would be the person who saw a body.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's what's up here. Otherwise, he would have already restarted, I'm sure.
Yeah, when in doubt, just restart at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, of course, a time loss, but it's just like 30 seconds to 1.5 minutes that you lose right here, which of course can be the deciding factor, but more often than
Indeed.
not are not. Alright,
So now Yannini is doing the similar thing that Foppr has done 45 seconds ago, just because they are doing the same strats, and Yanni had one more restart. That's the difference so far between the two of them.
Yes, he's been clearing out the basement. So now Yannini has both Sean and Ezra now down. He's looking to get Penelope here, I think. While Foppr has left the house and is going towards Maya now.
It's going to turn off the generator to distract one soldier and throw one item for Maya, who will be the one investigating in most cases, and that's going to be it for him. Oh, Yannini is getting spotted with a KO by a really interesting head turn at the West Bridge.
Yeah, so that's another restart from him there. In the meantime, Foppr now has all targets downed, I think, and just needs to, well, get the disguises and the weapons that he needs for the kills.
All he needs to do is the 4 kills, but
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, with this strategy, it only took him 3 minutes to get all 4 targets isolated. It's a good start. And he's working on the militia cook disguise, which is arguably the hardest. There are no hard disguises here, but this is the one that can be spotted most often, I'd say.
Yeah. So Foppr now with a pretty big lead, obviously. He has all targets down, is almost 4 minutes into this run, and is working on his skills, his disguises. However, this is not over
Yes.
yet.
Oh, not at all. This is where it gets really interesting because several kills will be loud or non-standard. So yeah, he's done a good start, but let's go still in this spin. He's gonna get his first kill very shortly with the cleaver and the Spec Ops disguise.
Yeah. In the meantime, Yannini again has taken out Sean Rose, has taken out Ezra Berg, is now gonna wait for Penelope. And then has 3 targets down as well. And in the meantime, Foppr got the first kill on Maya Pavati using the cleaver and the Spec Ops disguise, all done correctly.
And now question is what's going to be Fopper's second disguise to get it. He was looking at the militia cook and oh, he was spotted changing disguises, and it wasn't the cook but the soldier he isolated earlier, so I was wrong there.
Oh, that's a big rip from him.
Oh,
I think it was like 6 minutes into a run or something. You got 1 kill down, all the other targets isolated. So, yeah.
it's a painful rip. Back to square one, and now Yannini has a 2-minute lead.
Yes, he also got 3 targets isolated and just has Maya Pavati running around, I think.
And he's going straight for her for the 4th KO.
Yeah, he does basically the same thing as Foppr did for Maya there. Enabling the generator for one and throwing something for the other.
For nice simple double lure. Or a 2-step chain lure, I guess. And there she goes.
Alright. So, let's see where Yannini heads now, which is gonna be his first kill. In the meantime,
Foppr got spot trespassing.
Yeah.
As the hacker.
In the basement from, I think one of the guards of Ezra spotted him.
So this is why I thought the militia cook would be the next choice for Foppr as well, because that's where you stand and throw an item and the cook will investigate. And Yanni will be 1 step safer by using the calmer.
Yeah. Yannini now is in the cook disguise. Let's see if he actually goes for the fall kill now or if he decides to just stash it somewhere and go for something else. But I think in this position it makes sense to get that kill now. Yeah, by the looks
so
of it.
He hasn't erased the camera, so that would be an issue because he's going to drag Sean through there. So he has an EMP device for.
Yeah, I think he.
For the evidence.
Just realized that as well, and he's gonna try and take out the cameras.
Interesting choice. So he's changing it back to the elite soldier and just. You can't always really change. Open the door there, yeah.
Yeah, got spotted by the camera while lockpicking a door. In the meantime, Foppr had another restart. He got spotted while I think he dragged Sean's body, tried to drag it downstairs and got spotted by the guard upstairs. So yeah, both basically back at square one now.
Only difference is that 11 minutes have passed. With this 30-minute timer, that's more than 1/3 of time allocated for this spin, so we will start to talk about the draw possibilities soon.
Yeah. I mean, that's not like a Dartmoor where you can basically do any spin in like 3 minutes and you still have, well, all the time until 3 minutes. You only got 3 minutes or something, and sometimes even then you can still like finish Dartmoor in time. But yeah. This is Colorado with like 3 more targets than Dartmoor, so you obviously need a lot more time to finish here. Of course, 18 minutes,
yes.
still plenty of times.
They have several attempts still, so no worries for them just yet, but we're getting at the halfway point soon.
Alright, Foppr now successfully cleared out the basement. Got his 3 buddies stashed down there now. Is red again, but I'm assuming that's because I guess Sean or someone else, one of the targets, saw him as he KO'd.
Foppr likes his red guns on the target, and I think he's fine this time as well. I didn't know that, Pijero. I thought that Sean would come back around 6 or 7 minutes, but I'm not that specific. But yeah, there you have it. If you were to let Sean go, then he would go back to the house after 6 minutes and 10 seconds, as Fruit says.
Yeah. Both players basically like do the same in the first 3 minutes of the run basically here. It's interesting to see like getting all targets down since you have no life kills here. But after that, that initial period where they just down everybody, that's where they start to differ, obviously, because well, last time Foppr went and got the cleaver kill on Maya first, while I think Yannini tried to get the Sean kill early.
Yeah, they went for different targets first, and I think that's okay. So the main thing with these strategies is to just get down get the targets down in the first 3-4 minutes, and then you can choose any order of the targets. It won't matter that much in terms of routing. Of course, you can always optimize, and maybe there's a kill on the way of another kill. But yeah, the main thing is to get the 4 isolations down.
Yeah.
Yanni threw it a bit early, so the cook won't come for the same throw he went for the last time. He's not going to corner him either.
Yeah, in the meantime, Foppr picked up the Spec Ops disguise and the cleaver and is now getting his first kill here. So yeah,
It worked nicely last time, works well this time, but he's going a different way this time. He's looking for a weapon. A pistol? Interesting. Maybe he wants to lure someone away.
Would be a possibility. He also picked up the propane tank, so that most likely is going to be used for Ezra Burke, as he has an accident explosion as condition.
Yeah, it's a good point, picking it up here or there. So he's just missing the soldier, but he can throw the propane now.
Okay, Yannini took out the cameras earlier, so he has now free access to the house as the militia cook, which he has just picked up.
And time for a long drag of Sean Rose until the top of the stairs.
In the meantime, Foppr is working on getting that militia cook himself.
Hey, this is a good spot to get both these guys. So you have to look out for the NPCs in Yannini's
Yeah.
situation.
I
But
think
I think if
Yeah, he considered throwing a baseball at the guard, but he just walked away, so that's fine for him.
and there's the 4 kill down.
Yeah. First kill for Yannini. Just needs 3 more. In the meantime, Foppr has now picked up the militia cook disguise and has a propane tank in his hand and is making his way back to the house as well now.
So he has the disguise for the 4 kill, and he has the item for the explosion accident kill. Interested to see which one he goes for. And yeah, as Mo says, Sean's body was found, and I wonder if that's because of the 4 kill. It makes a sound, and looks like the situation is contained.
Yeah, and he just went back there, threw, I think, a wrench at the guard. So everything fine again there. I don't think another one will come and investigate there.
Yanni can't enter the barracks area. Now he can with the close head turning. But he can now go for his spec ops.
Yeah. In the meantime, Foppr is, I think he's thinking about where to drag Sean's body, or he's just looking out for NPCs. That
He wants to dump him off from the top of the balcony or the top of the stairs inside the house. And I guess that's also possible. Oh, there's the eliminate prompt. I didn't know it's that early.
Okay, and he's back to green now, so...
However, once again, the 4 was investigated by one hacker, and it caught Foppr by surprise.
Yeah, he didn't get back into the basement quick enough, so that's a very unfortunate rip from Foppr there. He had half the kills down, but now has to start back at square one.
And that's huge for this spin, because at the same time, Yannini is done with his 2nd kill. And he's the 2 loud kills away from winning Colorado, which is still a lot to do, but it's more than doable in 10 minutes.
Yes. But he's also already in for 8 minutes, so... Yeah, if he, like, rips this run now in, like, 2-3 minutes, it's gonna be a tough one for him to still finish that. So he needs to...
Yeah.
He would need to optimize a lot there to just save those minutes in order to get it in the last 10 minutes of the match that are starting now, basically.
Yeah, as for Foppr, this is his last chance, and I'm not 100% sure that you can finish it in 10.5 minutes, but we will see if we get to that. Yannini gets the militia soldier disguise after some hesitation.
Yeah, I think he's a bit extra careful here now. Obviously, he knows that he's in 9 minutes already. And yeah, he clearly don't want to rip now after 9 minutes, 2 kills down.
And also reaching that point where if you lose this run, then basically you lose the chance to finish in time. Time keeps ticking, less than 9.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and at some point it's yeah, you really can only hope for a draw. Right, Yannini stashed the malicious soldier, I think it was, down in the basement now. He's dragging in some other bodies.
That's going to be Sean, and he's going to open the tornado shelter with his face. It's absolutely the right play here, and it doesn't cost much time.
Is the tornado shelter soundproof or anything?
The tornado shelter is 2 doors away from everyone else, so it should be soundproof. I saw some evidence that loud explosions were heard by others, but I haven't tested it in the Yum game yet.
But yeah, even then you only have like the loud explosion accident, obviously. So if either one of those kills is silent, you are basically fine, since you can just... Well, if the sniper kill won't be heard, if you do it down there, you can just detonate the explosion on exit. And then NPCs won't have time to go there and investigate it.
I also have to clarify, you are not too close the doors away from everyone, but if you shoot from the shelter, then you are the shelter door away from the basement, which is open, but it still has some soundproofness, some... You know how this calculation goes, you just don't know exactly, but it's soundproof inside, that's what matters.
Yeah. Okay, T-Nord says it's just soundproof for ballistics in the back half of it. So yeah, that would work for the sniper kill.
If done from the back. I'm
Yeah.
interested to see how safe he will take it.
Yeah, Yannini has now also picked up the militia technician, so he has all the required disguises. And I think...
Everything's...
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has a sniper rifle picked up yet, but I'm gonna assume so.
His briefcase is down here, and
Yeah.
the sniper should be inside that.
Yeah, I don't see another pickup on the map for him, so yeah, that's most likely gonna be it. Yeah, exactly, there it is.
Very good, that's definitely a loud one. He's dragging some bodies still, not that confident, I guess.
Yeah, in the meantime, Foppr, 4 minutes into the spin, has all the targets KO'd, but he only has 6.5 minutes left and still needs to obtain all the kills, all the disguises, everything.
So Yannini is in a wrong disguise at the moment. You don't have an elite soldier kill.
From what I've seen, I think Foppr plays on console, but Yannini, I'm pretty sure he plays on PC.
Now he's in the right disguise, and that's the Penelope kill.
Yeah, and I
He's
think
dragging her.
yeah, Foppr just got spotted. I think while performing an illegal action. So that's most likely gonna be it for him.
I think he's red as always, and
Yeah,
someone was
but I
just
think
searching.
I just saw I don't know, either caught trespassing or something pop up on the street.
Oh,
But
okay.
Yannini, 2 quick kills, sniper rifle in a militia soldier, and the explosion as the technician. I think that was done correctly.
I think so too. Yeah, he really didn't leave that up to chance. He didn't trust the soundproofness in Hitman 3 and just wanted to get the 2 kills done in 5 seconds and exit.
Exactly.
That's what he did, and ties the score.
Yeah, quick disguise swap.
Shit, was that horrible?
And gets the win here. Wins Colorado, ties the score up 2-2. So now it's Foppr's turn to select a map again.
Foppr is a bit confused. At the end of the spin, he was talking in chat that why are these things happening and no NPCs are reacting to distractions. He did quite well, but he had some late restarts.
Yeah,
And his pick is Marrakesh for the third map.
Marrakesh gonna be the third map. Chris is still typing. In 4 minutes time, gonna see Marrakesh. Yeah, definitely. I'd say at this point the closest series that we had so far, because I'm relatively sure all of our other series started with a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, up until yesterday. Then Chris and Paper started with a 2-2. And then
that's
ended with a 7-3. So that's an interesting score as well.
Yes. All right. So, In 4 minutes, we're gonna fly to Marrakesh. So let's have a short look at that map and find out who our targets are there.
Your destination is Marrakesh, Morocco, where civil riots are looming. Your targets are private banker Klaus Strandberg and Army General Reza Zaidan, two of the conspirators in a sinister plot to overthrow Morocco's fragile government. Strandberg, a former bank CEO who stole billions of dollars worth of savings from the Moroccan people, was facing trial for investment fraud. But early this morning, a band of heavily armed mercenaries freed Strandberg from his prison transport, resulting in the death of several police officers. Strandberg now takes refuge at his native Swedish consulate, in front of which crowds of angry protesters have gathered, demanding his handover to Moroccan authorities. We believe General Zaidan orchestrated Strandberg's escape to infuriate the public and spark nationwide riots, allowing Zaidan to impose martial law. Operating out of a field HQ at a nearby abandoned school, he will no doubt use the riots to depict the Rabat government as weak and inept, and persuade the general staff to support a fully fledged military coup in the name of national security. Our client, building contractor Hamilton Lowe, who stands to lose a fortune in government contracts, has hired us to prevent the coup d'etat. To do so, you need to paralyze Zaidan's rebel forces and prevent the riots from escalating further, hence the double contract. This is quite the political powder keg, 47, so be careful. The fate of a nation is at stake. I will leave you to prepare.
Alright, here we are again. 1 minute and 10 seconds until the next spin. So
We're
yeah.
staying in season 1, and it's even shorter than Colorado. So most likely someone's going to take a 4-2 lead and more or less get a match point. Who will it be?
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't do fancy predictions in chat yet. But that's all in the works, coming soon. TM. So yeah, but do we have any other predictions for the spin? Maybe I haven't seen that one in a quite a long time, I think. Or do you have any predictions for the spin in 4Fun?
Oh, quickly, should I come up with this one in 20 seconds? Yeah, Chris can predict the spin, but I can't predict Chris and his adminning work because this is his first match.
I'm gonna say, like, get a soldier for Strandberg.
I'm saying a suit spin.
Suit spin. Okay, suit spin and soldier. Let's see. You can go ahead and read this one out again.
Sure. So for map 3, it's Reza Zaidan, assault rifle as cameraman, and Klaus Strandberg, Cleaver as the military officer.
Alright, so we were both wrong. No suit, no soldier. I mean, the military officer is kind of a soldier, but not like the one that I meant, so yeah.
Yeah, it's soldier-ish, but not the soldier. Yeah. Not the street soldier or the elite soldier.
Yeah. But the Cleaver manages to stick with us for one more map at least. We had that in
funny,
Colorado
yeah.
as well. We're gonna see this one in Marrakesh as well. Both players taking a bit of time to plan here.
Interested to see which start they will go for. It's a lot of running, but you can get to Klaus in 2.5 minutes from elite start and just get an officer quickly. And then get a Cleaver either in the consulate kitchen, but more likely in the central market area.
Yeah, this is also like a spin where the disguises are kind of reversed. You have the military officer who's like at the school near Reza Zaidan, but you have that as a condition for Klaus Strandberg. On the other side, you have like the cameraman, a person that is like allowed in the consulate with the mission story, but now you need to infiltrate the school with them and get the kill on Reza Zaidan here.
The cameraman is one of very few disguises other than the security and janitor who are allowed at the top floor of the consulate. Not even the military officer can go up there, but that won't be used here today.
Yes. Both players choosing a different style of locations here. Foppr starting in the school as a soldier, while Yannini...
Look at that. Just already getting the disguise. Sorry for interrupting you.
Yeah, no worries. Yannini started in the markets. I'm actually not even sure what this disguise is called that he has right now.
He's the waiter.
Waiter, alright. And yeah, I think that's cameraman already. So both players starting to get one of the disguises very quickly.
Very strong start by both of them. The Marrakesh knowledge could be wrong, but I like Foppr's approach a bit more so far because he can get the kill after 2.5 minutes, and I'm not as sure that Yanni could get it. Yanni could get an officer in time, and I think he'll just go to Reza for the first kill and hope to get close to the second cycle whenever that is.
Yeah, I mean, I think with Yanni now going to the school and getting the kill on Reza first, depending on how long he takes there, he could make it just in time or a bit earlier for Klaus' second iteration of his loop.
I want to say 6.5 minutes for second Klaus loop, but
yeah,
I'm really not that familiar with those timings.
Yeah, me neither, but that would be something that I'd guess as well.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, Foppr has already infiltrated the consulate. It's now making its way up to the top floor.
And this is what the chat was talking about. I was almost brought it up that Yanni didn't hide the cameraman, and that body is found eventually by a soldier, as Chris said. So that's a restart for Yannini and a lead for Foppr.
Yeah, Foppr now clearing out this little side room here where he can lure Klaus Strandberg in. So that should be a quick and easy kill for him.
Unless Klaus finds that gun, but he won't stop for that gun, and it won't be awkward for him.
Most wanted man in Morocco.
And that's the first kill down. Cleaver as military officer for Foppr. In the meantime, Yannini has acquired the cameraman again.
And it's also interesting for Foppr how he is planning to get the cameraman, because the cameraman is in the Shisha Cafe, and he may be thinking that as the officer you can just go in, and I can't confirm it, but it sounds plausible, because there's a security check in front of the Shisha Cafe, which is the painful part of getting the disguise. But the other reason he would change back into the military officer is to get this key in the garage and leave soon after the Reza kill in the military truck.
Yes, that is also a possibility.
There's the key.
Yeah, and Yannini has just taken out the headmaster, is now climbing along the wall there, entering the school. So
Also, Foppr's agency pickup was in the garage, so all the reasons to go through here. Yanni almost got caught with the weapon in his hand. But he's approaching Reza now with a standard intercom isolation. It's going to be a silent kill as well, so shouldn't be any problems for him to get the first kill in a minute or so.
yes, he also obviously has the headmaster's key now, so he can just, well, open any door in the school without any, like, lockpicks or anything. So that's a nice bonus.
True. What is Yannini doing with that throw? Oh, he wants to get a military officer in the meantime, maybe. But Raisin is in a very fortunate position. He doesn't have to wait for him a lot.
Yeah, Foppr tries to now distract or even take out the security guy that's standing at the entrance of the shisha cafe. Oh, he's just distracting him inside the toilet so he can just enter without anything and should now be able to get the cameraman inside here.
Yep. He's safely inside, but the cameraman is nowhere to be seen. Part of his cycle is outside the cafe, and part of it is near near the toilets and the shishas.
Yeah, I think he's outside right now, calling his friend and inviting him to come over. So
There's a soldier who rocked Yannini, sorry.
yeah,
On Fopper's side.
exactly. Already clears that out. In the meantime, Yannini got the Razor kill down. Now needs the officer's disguise to go over to Klaus Strandberg in the consulate.
He needs one of 2 or 3 officers on this map, and none of them are trivial, but I think that one throw will isolate this one, so no problems about that. Just watch for his enforcer status.
Yeah, he
That's
nicely
a
dodged
disguise for
that.
Yannini.
I think he still needs to pick up the cleaver. I'm not sure. No, he doesn't have it in his inventory right now. He might actually be looking up where a cleaver is on the map on hitmaps.com. Try a little pause there and now looking at the map. So that seems very
That's probably it.
very plausible for me that he just looked up where there are cleavers on the map. So yeah, he's now on his way. In the meantime, Foppr is still trying to acquire the cameraman disguise. He's waiting for a good part in his cycle.
It's taking so long, wow.
Yeah, even to the point where Yannini almost, well, basically caught up with him now. He already has the Zidane kill down. He just needs to like get a good cycle on Strandberg now.
Yeah, and that could be a minute away, a minute and a half away, and then all he has to do is exit. So it's really hard to call, but Yannini might be in the lead now. After Foppr took so long waiting for the cameraman.
Although, now that Foppr has acquired the cameraman disguise, this could get really close still. If none of them rip now, we could see them like exit within, I guess, a minute from one another.
What is going to be really interesting? So Foppr is probably going for the headmaster. No, he's turning around. What's the quickest way inside, he's thinking? What does he have the items for? If he has an explosive or a calmer shot, he still has a calmer shot, so he wants to get past these 2 elite soldiers, but now there's the shopkeeper as well.
Yeah, and he is only getting mildly annoyed by it, I think.
Okay, the right person goes for it. Need 1 trank shot at the elite soldier without getting caught. Oh, he's shooting the motorcycle. That's slightly riskier with a large weapon like this. He thought better of it.
Yeah. Almost got caught while holding it without even shooting it, so yeah. You know, stashed it again and is just gonna wait here. Just so Yannini is waiting for Klaus to get closer to here, stand on the balcony. Which I think he's just seconds away from entering that hall there.
I think he's in the room adjacent to it, and now he should enter.
Yes, there he is.
The last time I checked, Foppr still had one camera shot, so that's why I thought he would use that one.
I think he has one still, yeah. But
There's the chain lure for Yannini, and
yeah,
it's going to be the kill.
shortly checking the conditions again, making sure that you do it absolutely right. And he only needs to exit now. In the meantime, Foppr has taken out the headmaster. He's now, in theory, infiltrating the school through the top there. But he will be a little too late to it.
Yep, that wait for the cameraman was the deciding factor. Which is not his fault, because he wanted to get him inside, and I don't think there is a way to get him outside the Shisha Cafe. And Yannini started the cameraman, and even with one restart, he just caught up with Foppr and is taking Marrakesh.
Yes, and exited from the consulate parking lot, garage. So that's the 2 to 4 for Yannini here. So Foppr again gets to choose the next map. It's a match point to Yannini now. There's the Discord ping.
This is now for his tournament life. If Yannini wins the next map, then Foppr is eliminated.
Yes, that's the format. No second chances, no lower bracket or anything. But yeah, Foppr as well, as in theory he's just like moments away from exiting here. He has activated the intercom. He's just waiting for Razor to enter that room, and in theory he has the key to just exit through the truck there at the school.
Yep, this was a solid first try, or almost first try by Foppr, but cameraman didn't want to work for him, and that would have been a 30-minute in-game time finish, which was Yannini's was much better with, I think, about 8.5 or 9.
Yeah. All right, Sapienza. Staying with the Season 1 map so far.
True, interesting.
Only Dartmoor, the very first map, was not from Season 1 so far.
And Bangkok is already banned, so they will only have Paris and Hokkaido after this one.
Yes. We are again getting a 4-minute break until the next map, so let's have a short look at our targets in Sapienza.
Morning, 47. Your destination is the coastal town of Sapienza, also known as the Jewel of the Amalfi Coast. Your target is a former client of ours, Silvio Caruso, a brilliant but troubled bioengineer employed by the Ether Biotech Corporation. Renowned for his early stem cell research, Caruso is now reportedly working on a far more disturbing project, a DNA-specific virus able to infect anyone, anywhere in the world. Imagine a bullet, fired in any direction, passing through countless bodies without inflicting harm, invisible and undetectable until it strikes its target. A world of armchair assassins killing with impunity. This is what awaits us, unless Caruso is stopped. Our client, one of Ether's major private stockholders, wants the project cancelled on ethical grounds, but without destroying the company in the process. She has asked us to eliminate Silvio Caruso and destroy the yet unfinished virus prototype.
You will also need to deal with Caruso's lab head, Francesca DeSantis, a high-level Ether employee and cutthroat corporate climber who holds intimate knowledge of Caruso's research and could potentially carry on in his place. This is no ordinary contract, 47. Caruso's virus is a serious threat to our craft and trade, not to mention our core ideals. So failure is not an option. I'll leave you to prepare.
And here we are again. Foppr already preloading the map. Console player, good choice there. Yannini patiently waiting in the loading in the planning screen.
Also one last chance to practice the beginning of the map. If you load in. Yeah, this is quite important for Foppr, as it's his map choice, and he really wants to tie this up 4-4. Because if he can't, then either Yanni wins with 6 points, or Yanni is 1 point away, and it's going to be his choice again.
Yes.
Pressure is rising.
Right, 40 seconds away from the spin. Any predictions here in the chat or from you In4Fun?
The winner I really can't tell. For the spin, I can try to think of something interesting. Maybe something from the lab start. Maybe even a gas suit.
That would be interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a spin with a lab suit.
Will it be today?
Yes. All right, and the spin is here. We are gonna see some lab stuff. In fact, the lab technician disguise has to be used with consumed poison to kill Silvio Caruso. And Francesca DeSantis needs to get eliminated using scissors as the plague doctor. And Chris, fortunately, yeah, just seconds before the spin actually arrived, could correctly guess the spin.
Simply amazing.
All right, so we do have the lab technician disguise here, which you can obviously start in as, which Yannini has currently selected.
It's a good call, and I think the other one was Foppr starting suit to get the first kill down easier. Not sure if he changed in the last moment, but he was starting safe house until the last moment.
Yeah, plague doctor. Definitely a disguise that is, well, not necessarily difficult to get, but obviously trespassing or even hostile everywhere.
So when does Silvio consume? He consumes whenever you want, because the pasta mission story needs to be triggered, and I think crucially you need to ring the bell. Maybe there are some circumstances when the chef does it himself, but I think the bell is the way to go.
Yeah, Yannini and Yannini, but Foppr still starting out as in the suit. Just to, well, get to the kitchen earlier, get in there hopefully, but got spotted while spraying a full magazine at the door.
That sounds suspicious, isn't it? But yeah, there's one lady in the distance who can just put you there. So it's a restart for Foppr.
Yeah, in the meantime, Yannini started as lab technician. I think he placed the remote DMP device at the laptop so he can just destroy the virus whenever he wants to. has also taken care of the cameras and is now making his way up, I think.
Yeah, lots of setup done for Foppr already, and for Yannini already, and he can change into the Plague Doctor disguise and still set Frenny up for the first kill. Now he's back on the map.
So let's see what his plans are now. He's definitely gonna take a different approach there. Distracts a chef. I'm gonna assume just to poison the food earlier and eat more easily.
So the chef brings the food to Silvio. So with the chef down, I'm not exactly sure how this is going to happen. The consumed poison mission story. Because there's no plate carrying from 47's end, and the kitchen assistant won't bring the food to him, so...
Maybe we'll get to see how he tries to do that.
And he has rang the bell for Silvio, and he's rushing to get Francesca in time. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is the all important time, and he will get there just in time. Foppr KO the chef. Just in time for Francesca.
Yeah, Yannini
The double KO.
got her isolated now.
That is Francesca DeSantis.
I think he's looking for scissors now.
Yeah, same room and very close to the screwdriver. There it is. Now he has the item. Soft lockdown for Foppr, turning into an actual lockdown, and it's an orange.
Yeah, that's
KO, restart.
got spotted while tranking. So yeah, that's a restart for Foppr there.
So he gets another chance at the consume poison kill, because is fairly sure that he would have never eaten spaghetti if the chef wasn't conscious to bring him.
Yeah. Yannini already rang the bell, and Silvio is sitting at his desk. So let's see. Did he already poison the food, or?
Good question. He rang the bell, so I would say that he has poisoned the food as well. But now the problem is that he's not in the right disguise.
Yes, I think he still has his lethal pills or whatever in his inventory, so that would mean he hasn't poisoned it yet. But
If he has that in the inventory, then yeah.
I'm not too sure about that.
I don't see the chef on the instinct.
I mean, if he has, he's now back in the correct disguise again.
Well, Jan is confident that this is going to take a little while longer.
Yeah, he is on his way to the exit there. Has got the trigger for the EMP in hand. He's just gonna wait on the kill pop-up picture-in-picture for Silvio.
For once you can take this. Oh, body found, because the psychic bodyguard, the second bodyguard of Francesca, goes back eventually and rips Yannini's run.
Yeah, that's a big rip from him there. He was basically done and now needs to, well, redo it entirely again.
So close to the exit too.
Yeah. In the meantime, Foppr has now acquired the Plague Doctor disguise.
And he's being held up by another security who is acting very weirdly.
Oh, risky shot,
Oh.
but worked out for him.
He gets it, but he needs to get up there by 2:30, 2:35 maybe. There's the bodyguard turning away, and Foppr will have time to drag Francesca away, but he does the same thing as Yannini, which didn't work on the other side.
Yeah, so let's see if he maybe plans to do something with that, or what his plans are at this point. I assume he just now swap disguises and goes to pick up the scissors here. Hopefully he doesn't get spotted by the enforcers.
Yeah, lots of enforcing, but he makes it out of the room, but unfortunately Yannini couldn't get out of the kitchen. He was spotted by the kitchen assistants.
Target down.
Even bigger lead for Foppr now.
Yes, first kill down. He has not KO'd the chef this time, I think. So we'll see how he approaches the Silvio kill now.
So the only question is if he will KO the chef or not.
Yeah, he has done that in the past, so if he does that again now, that might be an interesting turn.
It doesn't help that even the bell is an illegal action if you are not a kitchen assistant.
Oh, wait, did he KO the chef? Is that the chef's disguise, or is that one of the assistants?
Oh, that's a chef. Yeah, it's kitchen staff. Well,
let's see. But Twitch chat is very certain that this is not gonna work. However, Foppr isn't. Foppr is sure that this will work.
Foppr will just go for it and will wait at the exit, probably.
Yes, I mean he still,
A
in
long
theory,
time.
needs the correct disguise here, since the consumed poison kill has to be done in a lab technician's disguise.
A good point.
Ether's field lab. You made it.
So he will
Prototype will be close by. Look for some type of quarantine.
he will go to where the panel is with the EMP. But yeah, by all accounts, that should be a kill.
In the meantime, Yannini has infiltrated the kitchen as the lab technician is now poisoning the food.
With 2 seeker shots too.
Yeah. Right, Foppr.
Poor Foppr.
Yeah, Foppr has now placed the remote EMP. Yeah, and let's see how long Foppr is gonna wait here. He has detonated the EMP.
Virus destroyed. One target remaining.
Let's see how long he actually waits here.
Oh, this is so painful.
Yeah,
Unless something he knows something that we all don't.
I mean the most interesting part is as well gonna be like once he realizes that Silvio is standing up now, will he realize that the chef is no longer alive and that's the reason here, or will he just think, well, Hitman bugged out?
Yeah, he may think it's a bug, but no, it's it's a calmer body found, so so he still believes. But if Silvio is walking, and Spigero said he's no Carl Ingram, that method was invented for the 2021 game where he gets the plate of food himself.
Yeah.
In other news, Yannini has missed the 2:30 mark, and Francesca has left the office for the first time from the first cycle, so he isn't. He is ahead, of course, but he isn't that much ahead. He doesn't have the first kill down. You have to run back down for the lab technician disguise.
Yeah, and Foppr is replanning now. He has accepted that Silvio won't consume this round. Let's see if he switches it up for his next attempt, or if he's gonna try the same and just, well, write it off as a bug here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing with Hitman as well. Like, you can never be sure if what is happening is actually like legit, or if it's just being Hitman again and not doing what it's supposed to do. So yeah, in the past we've seen some Carl Ingram where he doesn't consume his food normally, although he should be eating. So yeah.
It's hard to say anything because, okay, he's changing it up now. So I guess he will just do the mission story from start to finish. So as Rocco, he'll just poison the food. He's allowed to do so.
Yes, or at least at some point he will. Right now he's just infiltrating the mansion.
Yeah, good point. Maybe he wants to get the whole first kill down with Francesca.
In the meantime, Yannini has gotten the first kill down, the consumed poison as lab technician.
At last. It's still green, at least.
Yes. And is now at the right place at the right time.
With a double KO again.
Yes, already has his disguise set up.
Okay, that's good then, because that's both of the bodyguards isolated now. And no one will come in here, and the bodies are all hidden now anyway. So that's both kills down, one objective away from round 2.
Yeah, and I think he probably set that up already, as he did in the earlier rounds. In the meantime, Foppr gets spotted by Francesca, but that's not a huge deal, I think. That guard... Oh,
Yep,
that guard spotted him.
It's an issue, and he spots the wild disguise change, not the body, but the disguise change was the issue. Doesn't make a difference now, because Yannini is running to the exit with the EMP detonator in his hand.
So yeah, that should be the 6-2 for Yannini here. He should now win this map. He has detonated. The virus is destroyed. Green guns. Exit.
And the GG.
And a GG. Heartbreaking for Foppr in this. In theory he had it, but just one little mess up, and yeah, this whole run basically died there.
Yeah, such an obscure thing to miss. And in the heat of the moment, you couldn't really think of it either, even.
Yeah. Alright, but Yannini is the one who wins Sapienza as well, and is moving on in the bracket to play against. I like Hitman in the next round. Round 2 of Roulette Raceway from the 24th to the 27th of April. We still have 2 more matches of the first round happening. One is happening in approximately, I think, 40 minutes from now on or something. I'm not sure if it's gonna get pulled back, played earlier, but I don't think the players could play it earlier. I'm not sure. Which is the match that's gonna be played soon is The Contractor versus Pidgeotto, casted by Rommel and Papalivi. So that's definitely one to watch. And also later this night after that one at 23:45 CET, it's the current time that's planned, we have the first match of round 2, which is now played earlier because I think the contestants couldn't fit it in the other time frame, which is Fanium versus Ducker. Currently no Shoutcaster assigned, but I'm sure we'll find someone to cast that for you.
Especially a hype match like this,
Yeah.
and the rematch of the Roulette Rivals 4 console grand final. I think that's going to be a really interesting one to match,
Definitely.
to watch. And before that, Contractor versus Pidgeotto should be another really fun one. Looking forward to those.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks to In4Fun for co-casting this one with me.
Thanks for having me. Thanks everyone for watching.
Always welcome. Thanks to Foppr and Yannini for playing, and congratulations to Yannini for winning this one. And yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Make sure you tune in to Rommel's stream, Far Eastern Rommel on Twitch. He's gonna cast the next match, which is happening in 40 minutes. The Contractor versus Pidgeotto. Make sure to check that out. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and see you soon. Bye!